So here are, let's see, we have in this box, da-da-da, da-da-da, we have a number of objects, right? We have this book here. We're going to see what's inside. And why don't you open that up for me? And I'm going to hand out a couple of folders. And why don't you guys practice your handling here? There we go. And there's another folder there. So kind of pull open, yeah, so what have we got here? We've got, looks like a publication, right, by Henry Wise. How are we going to turn the pages?
I'm trying to get my hand over there.
I know. It's hard to do, you get used to how they feel, and then you turn the full page, right? And then, we've got another one here.
The pages are irregular as well.
Yeah, the pages are irregular, they're bound in a strange way. We've got a little bit, it looks like the paper has kind of buckled a little bit, probably a little humidity over time, moisture over time.
But because of the binding,
It's a very,
you really need something to
you
support
really
this,
need
yeah.
something to support it, right? It's a
Yeah.
very tight binding, right? This is a good example of a really tight binding. So let's look at some of the photographs.
I have a question too.
Yes.
Particularly with that's where a lot of our patrons are older folks that
Yes.
may have less dexterity, particularly if they have the gloves on.
Yeah.
So any suggestions on talking with them?
Talking with them, if it's really difficult for them, or if you feel like you're gonna get more damage, then help with the gloves. Like I said, it's a good visual reminder, like, oh, I'm not supposed to just grab them. But if if they can't do it with the gloves on, having them wash their hands and dry them with good soap, wash and dry their hands right before they come in and have no lotion on them, that's better than having them damage something accidentally. So, but asking everyone to wash their hands when they have materials if they're not gonna wear gloves.
Or even
That's a good practice.
turning pages for them.
And turning pages for them. That's another option, yeah. Especially with the more brittle paper, some of these, like that may be mounted on some brittle paper. You might do the turning for them, yeah, and spend a little time with them doing the research. So let's see what we've got in here. Why don't you go ahead and tell me, so these are, what have we got? Manuscript pages, looks like. You can just here, again, same kind of thing, from the top, kind of lifting it over. In this case, it's stapled, but I'm not gonna bend it, I'm not gonna flatten it, right? Anything like that. Okay.
What's the best way to remove a staple?
That's a good question. I'll ask, you can have the little tool that goes under there and kind of bends them straight and then pulls them out straight rather than the claw.
We have that.
Yeah, you just kind of go under and straighten them out, and pull them out. Yeah. Now, what do you have there?
It's a photo of Covington House.
No, you get to lift it up. You get to show me.
Well, okay.
There you go. Excellent. That is really pretty cool. And this happens to be the only thing in this particular folder, right? So, okay, we'll put that down. Now, how about you? Do you have multiple things in there or just one photo?
I think it's just one.
Let's see what's in there.
It's almost like lifting a pie crust.
Yeah, just very gently, right? That's good.
That's it. Is there anything on the back?
Yeah,
How
that's
would
a
you
good
do that? Would you
question.
put it like this and turn it over and?
You can certainly do that. That is a really nice, gentle way of doing it. It's really
Oops,
fully
okay.
supported.
There's nothing
That's a great
there.
way to do it.
Nothing there.
That's a great way to do it. The other thing is to, turn it over and see if there's anything on the back, depending on the size of it and how floppy it is. Now, you have multiple photographs. That's so exciting. What are you going to ask your patrons to do? What do you think?
in terms of,
in terms of multiple photographs in an archival collection?
I would say not to lay them down haphazardly if you're digging through them.
Yes, can we try to maybe keep
Keep
them
them in
in
order.
original order,
Yeah.
right? And that's another thing you can tell your patrons and your users, especially in archival collections. We really want to keep original order because we feel like Stacia put this picture with this picture with this picture for a certain reason and in this order. Or this letter with this letter and this letter in a certain order. It may look random to us, but it may mean something to the way that she thought about her materials and her collection.
So with that, is it okay for them to turn it over and put it face down? to
Absolutely.
maintain?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I would do-
So we'll do that. That's a nice little one. Let's look at the back there. Do we have anything on the back? That's kind of nice. We do have some things on the back. So let's go ahead and flip that over. Great. We've got all sorts of things written there, which could tell us some really interesting information about the photo, the photographer, the date, that is Aunt Jane. Who knows?
I think they're from Dr. Roberts.
That's what I would have said,
book.
yeah.
Mhm.
One of his books.
Yeah, so maybe this is telling us that it's been published somewhere, right? What else do we have there? We've got some images of some daguerreotypes, or, no, a wall in a historic house, right?
Brownsville, I
Mhm.
want to say.
Brownsville, and
Probably.
that says Brownsville, so probably. I don't know what that is, but historic house somewhere.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we should have acid-free paper between these images.
If you can, that would be great. If you don't have that ability and you've got thousands of images and you don't have time to interleave them, you don't have time to interleave them, right? If your temperature and your relative humidity is stable, it's cooler, and you're not seeing things starting to stick together, you're probably
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Because that can be very labor intensive, and in a small, in
Yeah.
a small place, you may not have the ability to do that. I'm sorry, Stephanie, go ahead.
Would having things in individual Mylar sleeves
Yes.
help for heavily used
Yes,
collections?
absolutely.
So patrons can flip through them without
Absolutely.
having to be as careful?
yes, and that eliminates the need for gloves, right? Those sleeves are great for exactly that purpose. If they're gonna be going, I use this
Rifling through.
sticky fingers
Yeah.
rifling through, these sticky fingers going through. Yeah, put some Mylar on top, or put them in Mylar. Don't seal it all the way around the edge, right? We don't wanna seal them, we don't wanna put them through a laminator. Seen that, I have seen that. But you could certainly put them inside, yeah.
How about Ziploc baggies?
Not my favorite, no, oddly, not my favorite thing, yeah. I'm not much of a Ziploc fan. Let's see, here. Why don't you put my spacer together for me? Give me about an inch. So these, you'll see they're folded at the ends. They're they have different folds, right? And so we can decide